Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Cikgu Sharifah Haji Muhammad Shahlan. I'm working at EdTech Center under Program Perkembangan Pakar, and my research entitled How Blended Learning Impacts Student Engagement in Brunei Classroom. Now, blended learning is one of the pedagogical and instructional approach in classroom teaching and learning with the combinations of face-to-face and with the flexibility of asynchronous and synchronous online learning or offline learning supported by the use of technology and digital media. Now, blended learning has been socialized in Brunei Darussalam by EdTech Center starting in November 2020 during the School Leader Dialogue and already drafted blended learning framework. In February 2021, during School Leader Convention, the school leaders have identified blended learning models to be practiced in schools. In March 2021, 67 schools have been identified to prototype and experiment blended learning models, which is minimum one level per school. This year, scaling up, where schools are expected to increase number of level and classes. The purpose of this research is to study student learning behavior and engagement when online or digital tools are used and integrated in different subjects and levels alongside traditional face-to-face teaching. This research paper entitled Using the Blended Learning to Enhance Student Engagement and Learning in Taxations. Now, this paper has highlighted three important components. Number one, blended learning create opportunities for students to improve their understanding through their own exploration of topic, for example, using interactive videos in comparison to textbook only. Number two, different learning activities such as flip, classroom, or rotations invite students to be more involved in the learning process. And the last one is the 4 engagement indicators, which are cognitive, affective, behavioral, and agentic. Now, in terms of agentic example, as asking questions during learning, and students express their opinions, communicate with lecturers if there's interesting materials. This research paper entitled Enhancing Student Engagement Through Blended Learning Satisfaction and Lecturer Support highlights the definitions of what is student engagement. They stated here that it's the involvement of the students in particular learning activities in order to increase their understanding in the learning process. And the reason of why student engagement is very important, so that students get better absorptions of the knowledge. And the most important one, they also highlighted that lecturers or teachers play important key role to be the one that always passionate, supportive, and to have frequent communications with their student in order to boost student engagement in classroom. These 4 methodologies are mixed method. This research record quantitative and qualitative data of few teachers and students in their journey adapting blended learning throughout EdTech initiative Partner in Learning digital classroom. Participants include a Year 6 English class with 18 students, a Year 11 Travel and Tourism class with 12 students, 4 sixth form classes, 20 students in Bahasa Melayu, 16 students in biology, 25 students in computer science, and 14 students in travel and tourism. Now, the main focus of a class observation are lesson plan, blended learning model, blended learning activities, digital tools used during the blended learning activities, and the most important part is the student engagement. Teacher's lesson plan plays an important role in describing the goals of the implementing blended learning. These three areas are the main components. Number one is the blended learning model. Usually, teachers that I already observed chose to either implement rotations or flipped classroom model. Number two, technology evaluation using Samar model is to reflect the purpose of using digital media or online technology for the particular lesson. And last one is the intended activities, for example, group activity or individual, such as flipped classroom. These are some examples of the teacher's lesson plan. This is example of stated blended learning model. And the other one is the purpose. Okay, what is the purpose of doing the technology integration in the lesson, and how the activities will be carried out during the lesson. The Samar model was considered in the analysis to categorize and further explore the impact of technology on learning. 69% of the students being observed fall under the transformations level of the Samar model. Okay. These are sample of learning activities recorded during the lesson observations. For example, most students are instructed to answer online quiz or to access teacher's notes or slide from any of the teacher's cloud storage. So these learning activities using digital or online learning falls under substitutions level, where there's no functional change. Right? And then another recorded learning activities is using online map to measure distance between two places, or and record voice to check pronunciation. These two activities falls under augmentation because there is a functional change. Okay, there is a need of using technology. Another recorded activity is by combining original audio or video and their own text, okay, and relevant multimedia to present their innovative idea or creations. And this falls under modification. All right, that means the learning activities already create a new learning task. Okay, and the last level is called redefinition. Example of learning activities during my observation: the students have created a school 360 map to be used by others, and they keep improving it via feedback from others. And the last activity recorded here, this is just some of the activity. There's more, but I just want to highlight few of them. Brainstorm online, okay, using online collaboration space, and they constructed a web page. These are samples of notable online learning activities or digital media used by students during the class observation. I categorize them into assessment, references, online collaboration space. Those are the digital tools, icons, or logo. Okay. Some are under media authoring and simulations and comic or animations. As highlighted in the literature review regarding the 4 indicators to describe student engagement in blended learning lessons, my um, my observation logs recorded that all the students being observed were fully engaged and actively participated enthusiastically and demonstrated social emotional engagement and eager learners when they were asked to complete learning activity using technology. They have shown their leadership skills, collaborations, eagerness, and competitive. Okay, they are very eager to complete the task given in the classroom. If it's flipped classroom, they brought their materials to the classroom with readiness, okay, and confidence to present it or having a debate in their classroom. 65 high school students have completed the survey um, from various subjects, and 100% of the survey participants agreed that digital resources such as video or online information have improved their understanding. And when the last question asked to them whether the statement "I like a combination of teacher instruction and the use of online learning activity or other digital tools," 100% agree to this statement. After class observation, I had informal discussions with the teachers, and here are their summarized statements. Now, all teachers indicated that their students were able to independently and enthusiastically use the technology provided either before the actual class or during the classroom. Now, the findings of this study would help teachers in Brunei to implement their blended learning activities in their classroom by using the recorded blended learning model and samples of digital tools as the starting point. And it is also hoped that more and more teachers will adapt blended learning to increase student engagement in learning and transform the integrations of technology in the classroom in order to increase student engagement. If you have any question, you can email me your question via my email address here. And then please fill in the evaluation form by either scanning the barcode or typing in the URL. Thank you very much to those who have participated and cooperated during the classroom observation and the survey form. With this, I end with Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for listening.